Topic name is array list classes. Array list class extends abstract lists and implements the list interface. Array list supports dynamic arrays that can grow as needed. In Java, standard arrays are of a fixed length. After arrays are created, they cannot be grow or shrink, which means that you must know in advance how many elements an array will hold. But sometimes you may not know until runtime precisely how large of an array you need. To handle these situations, the collection framework defines array list. In essence, an array list is a variable length of array of object reference. That is, an array list can dynamically increase or decrease in size. Array lists are created with an initial size. When this size is exceeded, the collection is automatically enlarged. When objects are removed, the array may be shrunk. Note: dynamic array are also supported by the legacy class vector, which is described later in this chapter. Next, array list has the constructors shown in here. 1 array list, 2 array list bracket collection C, 3 array list bracket int capacity. The first constructor builds an empty array list. The second constructor builds an array list that is initialized with the elements of the collection C. The third constructor builds an array list that has the specified initial capacity. The capacity is the size of the underlying array that is used to store the elements. The capacity grows automatically as elements are added to an array list. The following program shows simple use of array list. Example program: an array list is created and then objects of type string are added to it. The list is then displayed. Some of the elements are removed and the list is displayed again. Next previous example, look at details description. Notice that A1 starts out empty and grows as elements are added to it. When elements are removed, its size is reduced. In the preceding example, the contents of the collections are displayed using the default conversion provided by toString methods, which was inherited from abstract collections. Although it is sufficient for short, small programs, you seldom use these methods to display the contents of a real-world collections. Usually, you provide your own output routines, but for the next few examples, the default output created by toString methods will continue to be used. Next, although the capacity of the array list objects increase automatically as objects are stored in it, you can increase the capacity of the array list object manually by calling ensure capacity method. You might want to do this if you know in advance that you will be storing many more items in the collections that it can concurrently hold. By increasing its capacity once at the start, you can prevent several relocations later. Because relocations are costly in terms of time, prevents unnecessary ones, improves the performance. The signature of our ensure capacity method is shown here. Syntax: void ensure capacity bracket int c. Here cap is the new capacity. Next, conversely, if you want to reduce the size of the array that underlies an array list object so that it is precisely as large as number of items that is currently holding, in call trim to size method shown in here. Void trim to size method. Next method is obtaining an array from an array list. Well, when working with array list, you will sometimes want to obtain an actual array that contains the contents of the list. As explained earlier, you can do this by calling two array methods. Several reasons exist why you might want to convert a collection into the array, such as 1. To obtain faster processing times for certain operations, to pass an array to a method that is not overloaded to accept a collections, to integrate your newer collection based on based code with legacy code that does not understand collections. Whatever the reasons, converting an array list to an array is a trivial matters, as the following program shows. Program explanations. The program begins by creating the collection of integers. As explained, you cannot store primitive types in a collections, so object of type integer are created and stored. Next to array method is called and it obtains an array of objects. The contents of this array are cast to integer and then the values are submitted summed.